Recently, I reached out to the wonderful creators of Teletone Audio because I saw they dropped a new synthesizer called Oracle. If you're really about that producer life, you know that Teletone Audio is nothing to play with when it comes to making amazing virtual instruments and plugins. I was first introduced to the company from my friend Plancham during a session of ours, and I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I believe the plugin was Anamorph. I was in another session and I saw another one of my friends using Soulfy, and I'm just like, wait, hold on, they 2 for 2 right now. So I was like, okay, let me just tap in. Now, and seeing that they dropped Oracle, I was like, okay, bet, I have to tap in. So they so graciously gave me a copy of the plugin, and here's what I think about it. Oracle is not just your regular synthesizer. The creators at Teletone Audio decided to take some of the most revered monosynths and reimagine it as a polysynthesizer. Simply put, they sampled a whole bunch of vintage synthesizers and decided to recreate them into now a poly source instead of it just being mono and you can only play one note at a time. Some of the key instruments that were sampled for this particular synthesizer include that of the Moog Model D, DFAM, and Sonic 6, as well as other instruments including that of Roland, Korg, and Sequential. In doing more research on what they sampled, I'm like, oh wow, this is different. Off the bat, the interface for Oracle is just so intuitive. I cannot stress this enough. How many times I've used synthesizers and there's just so many parameters and so many things to play with. I get overwhelmed and I just end up playing with the presets until I find something that fits. But with Oracle, I find that I'm more inclined to make my own sounds and play with the knobs and stuff. I feel like they just make it very easy to understand. So they have this really cool thing where you can drag and drop the LFO to certain parameters and kind of like automate it and control it. Now, I'm not somebody who is too nerdy about synthesizers, but I know a little bit about LFOs, and the fact that they made it so easy to just program, yeah, they did their big one. I play the guitar, I understand strings. I'm not a keyboard player, but this right here, I might could play a little something. Like I feel like that girl when it comes to making my own sounds. Personal takeaways and key things that I like about this plugin. As I said before, it's very simple. I could program anything and understand what it's doing in real time. One of the biggest things that I love about this plugin are the presets. Anything that I pick, anything that I choose, I feel like it's so easy to work with. I don't have to really tweak much unless I'm looking for some more saturation or glide or whatever. I'm not really doing much to make the sound better because it just sounds that amazing in the first place. Even when I'm working on my personal projects, I feel like my thing is I love Air Candy and I love the background sounds, and I feel like I'm able to create such a soundscape with these presets, and I'm just in heaven right now. Like,